Hello and welcome to yet another of the only thing that I post. So this one took a really long time, Sketchbook 15, and you can tell by the fact that it doesn't have a date, but I finished it like 2 days ago. The reason is I don't have my paint markers here because this one took me until I went to university. So I started this before I'd even taken my A-level exams, and I finished it at university. Well, technically I'm home at the moment, but I was at uni, and that's where my paint markers are, so I haven't finished that. But Sketchbook 15, let's go. So on this one I decided to, yeah, you can see, you can't see that, but it says the 23rd of October. I decided to category all my hyperfixations for the year, so you can see a bit of a insanity journey. If you want to pause and look at that, you can. Sorry for I have a cold. Yeah, that's what living in halls does. Okay, so first and foremost we open with, of course, me saying welcome back. Yeah, just the usual. And then we start straight out into the R flag, because I had nothing in my mind other than these pirates for a good long chunk. They have an Air de Steed and Frenchie. Gay pirates, Pokemon. Lucius, Ed Steed, Crocodile. Crocodile. It is my favourite Pokemon. I just forget things really easily, and it's been a while. Then I had a drastic shift in style, which will continue to mark the entire rest of this book. So I have a little Phoenix in that style, because we love Phoenix right here still, because I can't get over Ace Attorney. And here's some more. You've got a Trucy, an Athena, an Apollo, a Clavia. I've forgotten how I usually do these, so I don't know if I talk more. Actually, everyone knows cats are evil because they steal baby's breath. Yeah. I think that's like I did a quote on the back of this one. Yeah. Everyone knows that cats are evil, have knives in their feet, and steal baby's breath. Yeah. He's my favourite character. Big fan. Live Lucius reaction. That bizarre little man over there likes you very much, and you like him. I'm so happy our flag got renewed. That's such a vibe. Fucked up Lucius, lol. Yeah, bit of Frenchie. Frenchie play Wonderwall? I think I was going insane at this point. I think A-level revision might have started. My baby! Sandile. I love Sandile. My baby. There is not a single fucking Sandile plush available on the internet, and it annoys me, it bothers me. But, you know, we live. I finished my fic, my big, long fanfiction on AO3 called The Operation Creeper Saga. It's really... I can try and give you context, but I don't think much context would be helpful. Anyway, I finished, it was 5 fics in a series. I finished the series, and this was the last thing I posted, because this is where the characters were. And you got an older Cody, an older Trucy, an older Pearl, an older Betty and Bonnie. And a little thank you from me. So yeah, if you want to read that, it is actually quite popular in the Ace Attorney fandom, not to toot me own trumpet or anything, but I am tooting my own trumpet. Clavia, Gavin, again. That is not the right colour, I don't think, but, you know, we vibe. More R-Flag, Jim, Ollie Rondo, Simon Blackwell, and Ed. Cats. Bad. Oh, Simon and Nahuta, that's rare. Yeah, I had a bit of an Ace Attorney phase, I think. Oh, look at them. That's kind of cute. I don't know who this is. Oh god, sorry, I'm sat on the floor. So, you may get a bit of rearranging. I don't know who this is. It's just somebody. Steed! You seeing this shit, Parsley? Oh yeah, I decided to give Frenchie a cat in my mind. Her name's Parsley. Yeah. Just a couple of expressions. A lot of the art in this book isn't really that inspired. It's mainly just because I was bored between revision, and yeah. Baby Laszlo. Oh yeah, I forgot. I decided they were in the same universe at one point. Frenchie, Orange, and Gem. I love them. These are just me messing around with charcoal. I like some of these. I like the one that has a yellow square behind him. Yeah, I was really bored, I think. Because, like, as much as I had a lot of time to revise, which I'm thankful for my school for letting me have that, it was also a lot of nothing for a while. If I could draw... Oh yeah, that's meant to be Steed with a beard. Steered, but it didn't work very well. Israel hands. Hard to be the bard. A really fucked up looking Izzy. I don't know what happened there. They all look a bit fucked up. Why is it so... Oh, because I was using a quill. Of course I was using a quill. Makes perfect sense. Gay lawyers. Oh, these are my little comics. Oh, when I decided Shadows and Our Flag were in the same universe. I don't think I can explain this, but I'll give you... Basically, Viago is washed up on the shore of the ship, I think. On the shore of the ship? It's just found floating in the ocean or something. And with a cat, and that cat is Vladislav, because why not? And this is when I got off the rails and decided Parsley was the beast, briefly. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, and this is yeah, we put the dog in the brig because he doesn't like parsley. Oh, you're just a little guy. Yeah, it's not a little guy, that's a man. That's Anton. And then this, I like this thing. It's a very normal, completely average explanation. I can't do it in using that, and I don't know what I'm trying. Steed? I think you may be mistaken. Perchow. I actually really like that. I was quite creative on that one. And by creative, I mean insane. Oh, Cliff and Susie. Oh, pre-redesign. I go a bit ham because now that I'm actually at uni, I sort of can draw on my own uni experiences to give the outskirts an actual plot. Because I've had these characters for years and years and years, and I have not given them a single thing to do. They just sit there in their flat doing nothing. But now I have people that I know, experiences I can draw on, and yeah, they actually have things they can do now. You see that later on after I go to uni. You misplaced this. Oh, that's Viagra as a bat. I had a mini What We Do in the Shadows 2014 hyperfixation here. Actually, no, it was quite long, wasn't it? Yeah. Happy fucking renewal. Oh yeah, that's when Our Flag got renewed. That seemed like a life or death situation at the time. Now I'm just like, of course it was going to be renewed. But you know, Viago and Vladislav. Oh, and Deacon in the hair. I didn't know how to fit him in. Why are we pairing Vampiric Council thieves if we are the Vampiric Council? It's just attacks. Anton. I quite like that. That's quite nice. Got a good shape on him. Some random doodle. There's a lot of just random shit in here at the moment. Anton and Viago are at a restaurant. Some random dude. Oh! Here we hit the point of no return. During my exams, I decided to play The Sims again, which was a really bad idea, actually, now that I think about it, because it meant that I had no space in my brain for anything else. But this is my little legacy family. These aren't the founders. These are like the third generation, I think, third or fourth. But these were the ones that I was playing at the time, and it's Ed, Tess, and Heather. Just random fucking guy. Vampires. Respect your elders. Bad Viago. Shit Viago Swan. I didn't even give him his teeth. Oh, here we go. Here's the Red Dwarf obsession. If you don't know what Red Dwarf is, which I doubt any of you actually do, it's a very camp, quite frankly, sci-fi show from the 80s. Well, it started in the 80s. Its last installment was 2020. But basically, it is something that I've had a major interest in since I was about 7, and it just every so often I come back to Red Dwarf, and this is on Rimmer and David Lister from Red Dwarf, and you will see them more. This is Ace from Red Dwarf as well. Rimmer as Ace, Cat, Lister. And this is my legacy family again, because I really was like going insane at this point. Yeah, Ed, his wife Sigrid, and their daughter Paige. And there we go, that's the family tree. Megan was my founder. Then Ricky was her husband. They had Ryder and Clarissa. Clarissa got married to Lionel, and they have kids, but they're not the main branch. Clarissa got married to Lucas. Had Eddie, Nikki, Heather, Tess. The strike through other people are dead now. And Eddie is the current sim that I'm playing with. And then Paige and William and Olive are the next heirs. That's Olive there. She's going to be a chef like her mum. No, she's not. She's going to be a cook. Tess was a teacher, but she had maxed out the cooking skills, so yeah, that's why that photo has that. I decided there was a child at one point. Random doodle. Yeah. I have found that children really love being thrown around, which vampiric strength is very good for. Yeah, I don't know what I was on either. Just a random living room and a dog. Oh, then I got COVID. I drew heart, but I had COVID, so I just wasn't vibing. Them, the boys from the dwarf again. You'll see a lot more of them. They're in love, I think. Rimmer, Ace. Oh, and then here we go. Now I redesigned the entire Outskirts family. So we have Susie, who now actually looks interesting. Cliff, who also looks interesting. This is like half defunct now, but some of it isn't defunct. It's weird. There's a page later on that explains it more. Sorry, I'm so ill. But yeah, that's Cliff now. I've got character inspo as well next to it. Boys from the Dwarf. Because they're both technicians. Yeah. That's the cat. I would explain more, but honestly, it's really hard to explain unless you actually see the show. Watch it. It is, if you have Amazon Prime, it's free. It's also you didn't hear this from me. You didn't hear this from me, but the first episode is on Dailymotion. Yeah. Yeah, just more domestic stuff for the boys. Oh, it's a sci-fi show. They live on a spaceship. This is like a garden dome. Because Red Dwarf, that's the spaceship name. It has a botanical gardens, but we've never seen it. So I have the two boys, the cat, and then Crichton, which is their robot little helper thing. They're all hanging out in the garden. Yeah. Come on, focus. Focus. Oh, for God's sake. Thank you. Not that there's much to focus on this page. I don't really know what's happening. Is this when I went to France? No. This is when I got to France. Okay. The lace. Just random doodles. I did this in France. Because all I had were my watercolours. I did this in France as well. All I had were my watercolours. Cupid and Darwin briefly. Because I haven't worked any more on their story, but they still exist in my mind. Them, I did a redraw of this digitally because it looked a bit shit. Random mer person, Susie when she was younger, Cliff when he was younger, Cliff and Gabe when they were both younger. This has sort of changed. They don't have too much of a shared past anymore. They just sort of knew each other. Gabe is still Cliff's guardian angel though. This will not make any sense if you haven't watched my sketchbook tours before, but these characters I've had forever. I made Cliff's scar more pronounced because I don't think his tiny little teeth marks by his eye earlier looked good. In his earlier designs looked fine. More scar. Sorry, that made no sense. Can you tell I'm ill? I'm really ill. I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I don't really have time, and I don't want to hoist this entire book back to university. But we vibe. Ace Attorney people again. Oh yes, here we go. Now here comes the full redesigns. Sorry, I need to move again. Oh, doing this on the floor is not the best idea, but it's where the lighting is the best, and I don't want to open my curtain. Okay. Yeah, here's Gabe. I made give him a boater hat that sort of resembles a halo. That is something from my best friend. He suggested I use this as this necklace that he found on Instagram as inspiration and make it sort of like an angel's true form. So I did. He has pride pins, shirt, jeans, Bobby Bacquaza. Yeah. I gave her crutches. She was in a wheelchair, but wheelchairs are really hard to draw. She might still need a wheelchair sometimes because I changed the disability. I think I don't remember what I changed it to, but I've changed it from something to something. But yeah, she gave her a necklace, cool necklace, jacket, tights, stuff she can get easily in and out of if her legs are paralytic. Maria, she's changed a bit. This is entirely from like Sims clothing because I think it's cute. Frankie, I have changed their surname because you know what really pissed me off when I was redesigning Frankie? I was like, I need to give them a different name because it's like the Monster High character. And then I was like, nobody's going to get confused between them and the Monster High character. The Monster High character is a girl. And then the reboot came out, and the Monster High character is non-binary now. Which, yes, all for representation, but this is going to come out after, so now people are going to think I'm copying them. I'm not. They just have the same name, they're the same species of monster, and they're both non-binary. Oh. Also, they're wearing Crocs now because I think it's funny. It's Morbin time. I don't know what his name is, but I drew the fucking villain from My Sims on results day because I was bored and anxious. Just a random girl. Kachansky! But like, R. Kachansky, not different word. Oh, hello Kachansky. Oh yeah, I have I have an AU going in my head that I'm trying to write, but I don't know if it will actually go on here. But yeah, that's Claire Grogan Kachansky. And then we're back to redesigns. I like Val's redesign, I like that. Percy. I changed her name to Percy Lester instead of Percy Loca, because I don't know where that came from originally. I think I was just looking for an L surname that wasn't Lynn, because porcelain doll. Yeah. I gave her like Lolita fashion because I think it's cute. Gabby Jabber. Just looking usual. Actually, no, did I change? Yeah, I changed her pronouns to she, they. This is Boogie. Boogie has changed a lot. They used to not look like this. They used to be way more... I don't know what they used to look like. They didn't have a set design, but I really like their design now. They have a moth. The moth's name is Socrates. I changed Wendy's entire species from something in Native American mythology that you shouldn't really appropriate. I did not know this until like recently. I then changed her into a clown, but I didn't like her as a clown, so I changed to a Tanifer, which is part of New Zealand mythology. I think it's a sort of sea dragon thing. I did do my research. I'm just forgotten it all now. But yeah, she is cool now. That was my first pass at Dapper, but I hated it, so I moved on and just drew Mir Faye from Ace Attorney instead. When in doubt, just draw Mir. And that's Dapper's second pass. I quite like him, but I might change him because he looks a little bit weird, but Sahara, I don't know if I'm going to change Sahara's name. I probably should. But I don't know what to change it to because he's always been Sahara. but I like him. He looks cute. He hasn't really changed that much. Edward. The weirdest thing about the Jekyll twins is that they're so close to being human, but you know they're not, because they're here. So what are they? Ah, that's a good quote. I'm going to use that. Well, of course I'm going to use that. That's why it's written there. Sorry, I'm dying. Henry Jekyll. Also he, him, changeling. Just bullying the cat for being a cat. Hollow Kachansky again. She's pretty. They're in love. They're in love. They can't stand each other. This is really faint, but I watched Ghost season 4, then drew them again. Why is this so faint? Maybe just couldn't be bothered to make it darker, but yeah, there's people there. Oh, this is when I got to uni. I was drawing in my uni room. Oh, I've decided those two are together now. They weren't before. They are now. Or they're friends. I don't know, but they know each other. Don't know who this is. Oh, I reverted back to my year 7 insufferable self and decided, because Don't Hit Me I'm Scared came out on Channel 4, so I rewatched the entire YouTube series, watched that Channel 4 series, lost my mind a bit. Yeah. That's reverting even further back to my roots. Anyone remember when the teachers were all humanized and then they shipped the sketchpad and the clock? I was there. I was there when Paige and Tony was a thing. So I just, because I really like the sketchpad's design, I just read human design that people liked, I just went with it. Here we go. This is my new outskirts thing. Because I have flatmates now and I like them, and I can just steal events from my own life. I have stolen events from my own life, and now I'm doing little comics, but these will be released digitally, so I'm just giving you a brief pass, and we're moving on. Pause and zoom in if you really care, but I don't think you do, because it's going to be cleaned up and digitalized and it's going to be better. Also, I made them nerds. Yeah. Slay. This is Tess of the D'Urbervilles fan art, despite the fact that I actually hated studying that book, but, you know, I decided to draw it anyway. I wanted to give this to my English teacher, but then I never saw her again. So, you know, miss, if you're out there. Maria and Frankie before I redesigned both of them. Oh my god, I didn't give Maria glasses. Oh well. Yeehaw. I don't know what this is. And then Bears and Trees. My favourite band. Yeah. So, that one, for being like one of my longest running sketchbooks, had remarkably little of note in it. Mainly because I've been going insane this last year and just so much has been happening. And a lot of change has been happening. Case in point, moving house. And starting uni and all that jazz. But yeah, that's Sketchbook's 15 out of the way. I've started 16 and we're getting there. Maybe it will take a little less time, but I sincerely doubt it. Anyway, thank you for watching, if indeed you still are, and goodbye.